A midnight letter, a secret file, and a truth that shook the world. What did Ibrahim Traoré expose on live TV? Stay until the end. The revelation will stun you. At midnight, a sealed letter reaches Captain Ibrahim Traoré, Burkina Faso's leader. Stamped with a media giant's insignia, it invites him to a global debate in Geneva. Africa, the West, truth or power? Names listed include President Macron, UN officials, and FBI Director Christopher Wray. Traoré reads it twice, eyes narrowing. This isn't a panel. It's a trap to silence him. He whispers to his aide, "Book the next flight." Outside, the wind howls. A storm is brewing, and the world is unprepared. Traoré enters the Geneva studio, green beret proud, face resolute. The crew freezes. No suit, no smile, just quiet power. Wray sits, papers in hand, barely glancing up. Their first meeting, but Traoré knows him from leaked reports, surveillance, funding trails, vanishings. He sits opposite, eyes locked, no handshake. Cameras hum, producers whisper. The host's voice booms, "Welcome to our live broadcast." Red lights blink, the air crackles with tension, and what unfolds will echo across continents. The debate opens with polite chatter, but Wray's smug remark on African stability shifts the mood. Traoré cuts in, voice calm. "Before stability, let me read a mother's letter from Ouagadougou." The screen flickers, showing tear-stained paper. "My son vanished. They said he was a terrorist, but he was a student. Foreign men questioned him. I don't know where his body is." Gasps ripple. Wray shifts, mic crackling. Traoré's gaze hardens. "This isn't isolated, Director Wray. Reports trace civilian disappearances to your agency." The host stammers. "This isn't confirmed." Traoré replies, "It is, and I'll prove it." A classified document flashes on screen, stamped Confidential Africa Report. Traoré holds it like a fragile truth. Page 2, paragraph 4, Director. "Read it, or I will." Wray mutters, "Out of context." Traoré reads, "Local contact neutralized. No media coverage. Collateral damage. 2 women, 3 minors." The studio gasps. "These were farmers," Traoré says. "One child, Issa 6, his mother's watching now." In Burkina Faso, a woman sobs, clutching her chest. "This isn't justice, it's invasion." Wray's jaw tightens, but Traoré's eyes burn, demanding the world listen. "I have a video," Traoré says. A blurry phone clip plays. A barefoot woman, Aminata Zongo, weeps in dust. "They took my husband. He fixed radios, not fought." Traoré faces the camera. This was hours after U.S. drones hit her village. A school, not a base. Wray fidgets. Operations were Joint Command authorized. Traoré leans in. "So you admit it happened?" Wray looks away. Traoré's voice softens. "At 13, I held a boy, Karim, as he died from a foreign landmine. They called it help." A tear traces his cheek. Millions weep with him. Traoré's phone buzzes. One word, "Delivered." A hacker, Alain in Ouagadougou, sent evidence of GhostEp, a U.S. surveillance project tracking African civilians. Traoré uploads a map, red dots marking schools, mosques, orphanages. "Why watch teachers, Director?" Wray pales. Another file appears. Operation Flint Dust, targeting civilians for civil influence. A dot marks Myson Dion Orphanage, raided last year. 3 children vanished, Traoré says. Sumala, 7, with sickle cell. His sandals found near a burned hut. His voice cracks. The studio chills. A studio aide rushes in with a flash drive from the U.S. State Department. Traoré plays it. A top-secret letter, dated 6 weeks ago, reads, "Intensify psychological pressure on African nationalism via proxy operations." An audio clip follows, a U.S. official saying, "If Traoré gets loud, isolate him." Traoré whispers, "You use shadows to silence us, but the sun rises." Africa speaks. Now trends globally. Suddenly the live feed cuts, black screens worldwide. "Satellite jam," a tech yells. Traoré pulls a USB. "We expected this." He points at studio cameras. "Keep recording, they'll see." As techs scramble, Traoré calls in Awa, Sumila's mother, frail in a yellow scarf. She holds a photo of her son, gap-toothed, joyful. "Do you remember him, Director?" she asks Wray, trembling. "I begged embassies. No one answered." Captain Traoré listened. Tears fall. "I don't want revenge, just truth." Wray looks away. The feed resumes on YouTube, millions flooding back. Justice for Sumila trends. Traoré faces Wray. "Peace isn't silence, it's justice." Wray mutters, "Speculation." Traoré plays an audio. An American voice. "The child can be leverage." Wray freezes. Security agents storm in, pointing at Wray. "They're here for him," one barks. Awa collapses, sobbing, clutching Sumila's photo. Traoré kneels beside her, eyes wet. "Let the world remember his name," she chokes. The studio weeps. As Wray's escorted out, an audience member shouts, "Africa's reckoning." The host, voice-breaking, says, "History changed tonight." Traoré holds a photo of a malnourished boy found days ago, alive but silent. "He drew this," Traoré says, showing a sketch of a plain gun crying boy. A child enters. It's him. Awa gasps. "Sumila." He whispers, "Mama." The studio breaks, tears flowing. Traoré steps back, letting them reunite, whispering, "This is why I speak for mothers, children." He pulls a worn letter from a soldier at a black site, sent before his mysterious death. He reads, "We destroyed lives, buried children. Tell the truth." The host, trembling, asks, "Why?" Traoré replies, "They keep Africa weak for their strength." He plugs in a flash drive, drone footage of a secret base, children caged, a US flag visible. The audience screams. "This isn't just Burkina Faso," Traoré says. "It's every African nation lied to, broken for profit." Protests erupt globally. Lagos, London, Chicago. Traoré becomes truth symbol. A former US diplomat confirms. They warned Traoré wouldn't survive. He did. In Burkina Faso, streets glow with candles, photos of lost loved ones. Traoré speaks from a quiet room. "For unnamed graves, waiting mothers, vanished men, I want restoration." He holds a soldier's notebook, listing names, coordinates. This is Justice's roadmap. A drawing inside shows a mother and son under the sun, labeled Sumila. Viewers weep, sharing lost stories. Truth for Africa trends. 3 days later, the UN responds. European probes launch. Covert funding freezes. Awa and Sumila get a new home, surrounded by love. Sumila clutches a wooden plane Traoré carved. In a village, Traoré kneels by a grave, whispering, "We did it, brother." Children call him hero. He smiles, but his fight was never for fame. It was for freedom. From a letter to a revolution, Traoré proves truth isn't silenced. It rises. The world, broken open, stands with him.